Sam will be breaking it. Blah. We live in a generation where how you look is more important than who you are inside. And this creates a delicate balance for relationships, especially in marriage. Sam will be breaking it down for us. Keep watching for more.
Hi, my name is Samuel Svikeyo on The Creative Village. Today we're talking about something that's very different from what we usually talk about. We're talking about simply keeping up appearances. So that is marriage and keeping up appearances. Now, what part of keeping up appearances? Well, everything really. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. So one of the things that come to mind when you talk about keeping up appearances is the way people love to drive good cars. That's not a problem. But remember that to drive a good car, it takes you to pay some kind of money. So in that paying money, you need to actually sit down as husband and wife and plan what kind of vehicle you are getting. So there are two factors to look at. There is function and brand. Many times people ignore the function, they go for the brand because they want to make a statement. Well, a statement to who? To everybody, so that everybody can see that the Svikeyo's are doing great because they are driving a big brand. But you know what? You can drive all the big brand you like, but if your life is not good, it will not help anybody. So why not keep life very simple? Enjoy one another as husband and wife and go for function. Get a car that will work for you, for the kind of pocket you have, the kind of fuel, the amount of fuel you can afford to get around for the kind of work you do. So that at the end of the day, you don't just keep appearances for the sake of name. You find a person who lives at a place where they have got an off-road to get to the place, whether it's a farm or a house or whatever it might be, but this person goes and buys a low vehicle and you're wondering, where is the thinking? Get a high vehicle so you don't have problems, because when you get a low vehicle, you will actually do more servicing on that vehicle. You will easily break the springs and so on and so forth. And so you will be taking money out of the family rather than bringing money into the family. Just because people must see that you are going somewhere. You can actually be going somewhere but not making sense. So it's very important for husband and wife, men and women out there, to be very careful how we live our lives so that our keeping up appearances will not destroy the same thing that we want to keep. We really want to keep our marriages, but the way we behave many times does not help us to keep the marriage. We must be very simple in the outlook. Even the dressing. You find a guy who really is an engineer or maybe somebody who is supposed to be out there in the open field. They go and get very expensive suits. For what? Be very simple and make life good for yourself. It's very important to be honest with ourselves if we are going to live a good life. And a good life to who? To you rather than to people. Because sometimes we are so careful or so worried about what people will say than what we want to see for ourselves. So it's very important that as husbands and wives, we must be healthy enough to help one another, also to help others. As we live this life, we see other people who are keeping up appearances and going really bending towards very bad behavior, which may not be sinful per se, but it's just not a good common sense. It's very important that we must help one another to maintain good common sense amongst couples. Sit with 2 or 3 of your friends and talk about these things, how that our decisions can affect the way we live our lives in the long run. Today you may be young and hippie and excited, but there is tomorrow that's coming. You need to be very careful. Put money aside rather than spending everything you have on one car. My name is Samuel Svikeyo on The Creative Village. I hope you like me more than you did last time. Shalom.